Dear data analyst, data cleaning is the most crucial thing in data analysis because if you don't have a clean data, you're not going to have a valid analysis, okay? You're not going to have an accurate and valid analysis for your data set, okay? But if you have your data clean, then trust me, it is going to be very easy for you to analyze your data and get an accurate and valid result, okay? And data cleaning is mostly done on Power Query. Power Query is the most important and the most useful data cleaning tool that we have out there. Excel or Power BI or SQL is not the most useful or important data cleaning tool out there. Power Query is so easy to use and you don't have to write any code in Power Query. You just have to drag and drop in Power Query. And today I'll be showing you 8 different techniques you can use to clean your data in Power Query, okay? You can use 8 different techniques to clean your data in Power Query. So before I start, I would like to get this data here into my Power Query for cleaning, okay? I'd like to get this data here into Power Query for cleaning to get data query because Power Query is like an entire interface on its own. It is not in this Excel but Power Query is also embedded into Excel and also into Power BI as well. But you can access Power Query through Excel or through Power BI. Now I'm in my Excel. I can access Power Query through my Excel here. So just go to your data tab here and then go to from table range here. Then select the old table you want to get into your Power Query and then click on yes, my table has header and then yes, okay. It will get the old table into your Power Query for further data cleaning, okay. So the first thing I'm going to be doing here now is what we call data transformation, okay. Data transformation is like a way of you transforming your data to a suitable need of yours, okay, because what you need your data to be like is not what I need I want to be like, okay. We have different way of cleaning our data, okay, but transformation is like a way of you transforming your data to the suitable format that you want it to be for your own analysis, okay. That is the first data clean technique that you have to know. And the second data clean technique you have to know is what we call data profile, that is data profiling. That is a way of you getting to know your data, getting familiar with your data set, to know what you actually have in your data set and how the columns in your data set actually are and what each of them are actually for. Okay, so the first thing you have to do for data profiling is to inspect each of your data and each of your columns to know what you have in each of the columns. Okay, now let's inspect our data now. So you can, this is a presidential data set of the United States from George Washington all the way to Donald Trump. That's before Joe Biden, okay, all the way to Donald Trump. So you can see these are the presidents here, and the president's column is here. This is their serial number. This is George Washington was the first president, then Donald Trump was the 45th president of the United States of America, and this was their prior role in the United States. So this was commander in chief of the Continental Army before he became a president. Let's see what Donald Trump was. He was chairman of the Trump organization before he became the president in because he became the 45th president of the United States, okay? And this is their party when they became the president. And then we have more here. We have their vice presidents here, and we have their salaries here as well. And we have the dates this file was updated and then the date it was created as well, okay? So now we've profiled our data, we've inspected our data, we know what we have in our data sets now. The next thing you have to do is what we call data standardization. That is a way of you having the same standard for your data set in a column, okay. For example, now you can see in this presence here we have George Washington to be in sentence case, we have John Adams to be in lowercase, we have Thomas Jefferson to be in sentence case, and we have James Madison sentence case, and we have James Moore to be in uppercase. So this is not actually a good practice in data cleaning. You have to have all of them in a single format, okay. If you want to have uppercase, fine. If you want to have lowercase, fine. If you want to have all of them in sentence case, then fine. But you have to choose only one. You don't have to have them in all those different cases, okay. I would like to have my own in sentence case, okay. So I have all the sets here in sentence case, okay. So just highlight the whole columns and then go to your transform tab here and then go to format, then choose the case you want it to be. For my own, I want all of them to be in sentence, that is capitalize each word, that is sentence case. So capitalize each of the words. Now I can see all of them have been capitalized each of the words. Now sometimes each of these values might have spaces at the end of each of the names, okay. and it's going to affect your analysis. Okay, so you have to always trim your data, or in case you have any space that you can't see, because if you have a space at the end of this Jackson now, you might not be able to see the space at the end, but if you trim it, it's going to remove the space for even without you even knowing there's a space there. So it's always good to trim your data. So just go to trim to remove all the leading spaces for you. Now you've trimmed data set now. So in case I made a mistake, I didn't want to trim this data set and I mistakenly trimmed it. So you can easily click on use Ctrl Z for my keyboard, okay? But no here. Ctrl Z does not work in Power Query. You have to use what we call applied steps here. So we can clear the steps you applied last, which was why I trimmed the test. So you can easily clear it. If you undo the trim you did or capitalize each words, I can easily undo this one as well. I will undo the what I did earlier. Okay, now let's go back and capitalize each words and then clean and trim the data set. That's what we call data standardization. And next thing we have to do is what we have to check the next column, see what we have to do to it. Okay, this is we're not going to enter into this one. Now let's go to parties now. Notice that in these parties here, we have what we call in this Democrat Republican, there is no space between the Democrats and the hyphen. Okay, but now we have to put the space between Democrats and the hyphen. And again, you can see this week here and the week here. Okay, they are not the same thing. So this one is different from this one. We have to make them the same thing. And you can have the Republicans here, and then we have Republican here. They have to be the same thing as well. And we have more. Let's just filter to see what's more. You can see here we have democratic and we have democratic here. They are not the same. You have to make them the same thing. Okay, we have Republicans. You have to make them the same thing. And we have weak and weak with some other things with it. You have to make them the same thing. Okay, and that's what we call data imputation. That is the way of you replacing value that you don't want, either a non-value or an empty value that you don't want to be in your table, or a value that doesn't really match your column. So that is like a way of replacing that particular value, what we call data imputation in data cleaning. Okay, data imputation technique. So the first one is what we call this democratic hyphen Republican. I have to put the space between the democratic and the hyphen. Just copy the whole thing here, Control C, and then go to highlight the whole columns here and then go to home. Then we see replace values here. They can easily replace this value I copied here, replace it with what, paste it here again, but now put the hyphen. Now you won't have two spaces before the Republican. So add space hyphen space like this. Okay, because I have two spaces here earlier, so just put one space between the hyphen and the Republican and hyphen and the Democrats as well. So the next thing you have to do now is to change this demo, because you have two Democrats here, right? So just copy this particular one and go to Democratic. We have it somewhere. You don't have to look for it always. Just come here and then filter your data. So I want to see only this demo here. So filter for only that particular demo. So you have only one of it. So just right click on it and then replace values. Then replace democratic with what? With democratic like this. Then click on OK. Now I've replaced it. Now go and clear the filter. Remove. Now let's go and remove the filter now. Delete. Now we've removed the filter. Now let's see what we have. Now the democratic is gone now. So we have this done. We have done this. This filter is actually okay. Non-partition is also okay. Republican and Republicans, you have to make them the same thing as well. So filter for this Republicans alone. Okay, so replace value. You're going to replace it with the same thing without S. Okay. Now remove the S from it. That's good. Now clear the undo the step when you filtered. Okay, now let's check. Republicans is not there now. It left with wigs. Okay, let's just select only the wig like this, and then right click and then replace value with what, WHIG like this for another particular one. Yes, we are good. Now let's undo the filter draws that we did. Now let's see and confirm. Now we are good with the names of the parties now. Okay, click on OK, and don't forget again, In case we have like spaces at the end of each of these parties, we might not know at all. So just trim it because we don't even know if there will be space there or not. Just go to transform and then trim it. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. That is, if I go to device now, you notice that in this particular device here, we have spaces before the Aaron here, and we have spaces after George. We have about 3 to 4 spaces before the Clinton after George, and we have spaces before this Millard Filmon again. So we have to remove all those spaces, okay, and that's what we call data cleaning. And there you have to use what we call trim to remove all those spaces from this data here. So just go to your format again and do what? Clean, trim. Now it has removed all those spaces for you automatically. Okay, that's how data cleaning works in Power Query. So you just use trim to remove all those spaces you don't want from your data. Okay. And next one is this salary here. You can see the salary here. When you have the salary in our Excel format, in our Excel file, the salary here was in text format, but here it has changed it to numbers automatically. In case it's not changed to number, you want to change numbers by yourself. That's what we call data encoding. That's a way of you changing text or categorical data into what? Into numbers or numerical format. Okay, that's what we call data encoding. But now we have it like this. Now let's change this one because it's a currency here, because we're earning in dollars. Let's change to dollar currency here, as you can see. Okay, so the next thing is what we call data validation technique. Okay, data validation technique basically help you to validate a data you have in a specific column to make sure they are actually in a good format for you. Okay, for example, now I don't want to have both time and date here, and if you notice in our Excel format as well, we have some data that are in the same format as other dates as well. I think the last 3 days here not in the same format as what as our other days, but Power Query will convert all of them to uniform format for you automatically, because the AI is actually very powerful in Power Query to detect those formats for you automatically. Okay, so but since we have them in the format like this, I still want to have them in only date format. Okay, so just choose only date format. So you can see here we have only date format. Choose date format here as well. Click on this small button here to choose only data type here. Okay, now you can see now we are done with our data cleaning. So next thing I want to do now is to change my column headers to a perfect headers. Okay, you can see this in lowercase. I don't want it to be like that. So let's change them. Serial number is actually okay. Then president, let's change this to a sentence case. Capitalize each words. Double click on this to change it as well. Just right click and then you see rename here. Change this to uppercase. Double click and then change the P to uppercase. Double click and change the V to uppercase. I want to have vice president here. Here, P. Then for salary, I want to have capital S here. And then dates updated, I want to have capital G. I will have capital U, capital D, capital C, like this. Okay, now we are done with changing our name. The next thing we have to do now is to remove unwanted data or columns from our data. That's what we call data filtering. The art of removing unwanted columns or rows or data from your data set. Okay, so the first thing you have to remove is this column 1 here. Just right click and then remove column 1. We don't need this one as well. Yeah, we don't need the prior or row. Just remove that one as well. And then what else don't we need? I think we are good to go now. Yeah, everything is good now. So next I want to show you is how to do data aggregation. Data aggregation is the art of grouping your data. Okay, you group your data or summarizing your data in just few clicks. Okay, now I want to see how much each of these parties actually earned when they were present. Okay, each of these parties, how much they earned when they were present. So just go to home and then use group by, and then I want to group the parties by their salaries. Okay, so I want to make this one what salary, then I want to sum their salaries, then salary. Now I can see how much they actually earn when they were president. Each of these parties earned when they were president. So let me sort this, assign that. So the highest actually earned what? 4.5 million, that is Republican, followed by Democratic, followed by Whig. The lowest was who? Non-partitions, okay? And that is how you use all these 8 techniques for your data cleaning in what? In Power Query. It is so easy and simple, okay? So Power Query should always be your go-to data cleaning technique or data cleaning tool anytime you want to clean your data set, okay? So after doing this cleaning here, it is now next to what? To now load this data into your Excel for further data analysis, okay? So load this Excel this file here into your Excel for further data analysis, because Power Query is good for data cleaning and Excel is good for data analysis, okay? Now let's load this into our Excel file. So you can see, now you can see we have a clean data in a well formatted data set here compared to what we had earlier. You can see what we had earlier here, this date here. You can see this one is actually cleaned and well formatted now. So you can use this one for your further analysis, and it's going to give you an accurate and valid analysis, valid results rather. Okay, see you next time. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Give me a like, a thumb up if you really like this video.